Welcome to Always on Wire. Today, we need to talk about, well, a truly unsettling shift that's reshaping the very fabric of our nation. I'm talking about the alarming rate at which Malaysians are giving up their citizenship to become Singaporeans. Over a decade, we've seen tens of thousands make this move, and, a significant portion of them are from our Chinese community. It genuinely makes you wonder, um, what future are we truly building here? It's not just some cold statistic either. I constantly hear stories. I see friends, even family making that journey across the causeway. It feels like a silent exodus, really. It's quite personal for many of us.
It's definitely a complex issue, and while the sheer numbers are stark, understanding the underlying factors driving this trend is absolutely crucial. We really need to look much deeper than just the surface narrative.
So, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen this trend playing out in your own circles, maybe impacting friends or family? Let us know what you think.
Okay, so let's maybe unpack what is often seen as the most significant driver here, pure economics. It's pretty undeniable that working in Singapore often means immediately higher salaries, sometimes 3, even 5 times what you'd get for a similar role right here in Malaysia.
Absolutely. And it's not just the higher pay scales, even for entry-level positions sometimes. It's also that Singapore has a greater abundance of higher-end, high-tech job opportunities. Those kinds of jobs just aren't as prevalent here in Malaysia. So it creates a strong pull, especially for skilled talent.
Right. And this stark contrast, it really highlights a persistent challenge for Malaysia, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We appear stuck in what people call a middle income trap. Our wages just aren't keeping pace, not with the rising cost of living, housing, everything, even with foreign investment coming in. This creates immense financial pressure. It really pushes many people to search for, well, greener pastures, more sustainable livelihoods elsewhere. Mhm. And beyond that economic pull, there's also a strong political dimension at play here. Many Malaysians, particularly perhaps within the Chinese community, often express a persistent feeling, a sense of maybe being treated as second-class citizens. This perception, regardless of individual experiences, it can fuel a powerful desire, can't it? A desire to find a place where they feel more valued, more empowered to really thrive.
Yeah, it speaks to a deep sort of ingrained societal divide. We frequently see political figures leveraging narratives that, well, they highlight group differences. For instance, you hear criticisms around specific policies like the alleged Kuala Lumpur 40% Bumi Putera quota that's aimed at giving economic advantage to the indigenous Malay community. Or you consider figures like Muhyiddin Yassin, who has publicly criticized the 13th Malaysia Plan that's a national development blueprint, saying it doesn't adequately address Bumi Putera rights. This constant political back and forth, with politicians pushing their own agendas, it leaves many feeling like the nation is just sort of stagnating, struggling to move forward as a united front.
Exactly. And for many families, a really significant tipping point is often education. The financial burden of schooling for non-citizen children in Singapore, it can be prohibitive. It often forces the decision, really, to pursue Singaporean citizenship just as a pragmatic step.
It's interesting, though. There's this paradox we see. Singapore is often called a working paradise, right? But Malaysia, surprisingly, kind of emerges as a retirement paradise. You can earn much faster in Singapore, like potentially accumulate retirement funds at maybe triple the speed. But then those funds, when you bring them back to Malaysia, well, they could offer significantly higher purchasing power for retirement, maybe up to 9 times the value, some say. It's a compelling calculation. It leads many to think about living and earning in Singapore, but ultimately, maybe retiring back home.
And this very dynamic is precisely why Malaysia is exploring some bold solutions. Things like special economic zones, specifically the Johor Bahru Singapore Special Economic Zone. The ambition there is quite high. They want to create an area where graduates can earn a minimum of, say, 4,000 ringgit a month. That's a significant jump from the current national minimum wage, which is around 1,700 ringgit.
Right. So you could almost think of this special economic zone as like Singapore's backyard garden. Is that the idea? Designed to attract Singaporeans to spend their money here, maybe entice high-end industries looking for lower operational costs. It's an ambitious vision for sure. A bit like how Shenzhen evolved, maybe, to rival Hong Kong. That was once dismissed as just a pipe dream, too.
That's the hope, I believe, that this special economic zone can act as a kind of strategic dam right at Singapore's doorstep. By offering competitive salaries, fostering a thriving service sector, it could potentially stem the flow of talent to Singapore. It could provide Malaysians with compelling opportunities, a future right here within our own borders. That's the goal, anyway.
Ultimately, this movement of talent from Malaysia to Singapore, It isn't just about the economic numbers, is it? It seems deeply intertwined with the prevailing narratives, the political landscape within Malaysia itself. Solutions like the Johor Bahru Singapore Special Economic Zone, well, they aim to address these deeper issues, trying to create new pathways, maybe a renewed sense of hope for progress. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this.